Okay, so for our second one here, we're going to keep the second one also simple. So I'm going to show you what the second one is going to look like. We have the count of the neighborhood. So Manhattan, how many of those were there? How many in Brooklyn? How many in Queens and so forth? The count of violation code by street. And then the council district along with this table showing the name of the business, the grade, inspection date, inspection type, street, the phone number, and the violation description. So I found, for example, the number one Chinese restaurant here received grade A relatively as far as 2019, so not too long ago here for me. The street, they got hot food item not held at or above 140 degrees Fahrenheit. They also received a, during that same period of time, non-food contact surface, improperly constructed, and then you can read the rest there. Looks like they also received another A, April 11, 2018. So this is the same place, which with street does for me. It lets me know that it's the same place. It's 184th Street, number one Chinese restaurant. Again, so we're going to keep this very simple, and then we'll work with a little more difficult stuff later. So we're going to work on building this to kind of give you a reference point. Might add it up just a little bit when I work it on my end. This is the data we're going to be looking at, and we'll go to the dashboard here. So the first thing we're going to do is add these stacked bar charts. And I have, for this particular one, for the stacked bar chart, I added the Boro, the neighborhood. And I also added the same thing. This time I added count. So it shows Manhattan, 74,455 of these were in Manhattan, these businesses, and we can find 47,727 of these businesses here, and Queens, 42,282. And then just to give you a reference again to where these numbers are coming from, this is from the data. I filtered the data out. So your numbers might be a little different from what I received, from what you're seeing here. It's because I transformed the data. Again, I took out all the null values. I went back and I took out things that this didn't make sense for me. That's why I'm getting these numbers here. Second one I'm going to do, so this one is this way, horizontal, and I wanted to add a vertical one. Vertical, here you go. We're just gonna make this a little bigger here. Let's see, we'll go all this way. And for this one, it looks like I added street for the axis and the count of violation codes here. So the count of violation here is violation code right there. I put it under values, and it automatically changes for count of violation code for me. You have other options here. You can change it to percent of grand total. You can do a quick measure, or you can change it to distinct count. So for example, if there were 10 of these violation codes that were all the same, it'll just count it one time. So 10, let's say this particular business had 10 A's during these periods of time, it's just going to count the A one time. The next thing we're going to add here is the council district, that we know where it is in a certain district. Let's see here, we're just going to make this a little bigger here. And again, that's just going to be, you just click on this here, and it brings you all those values there. You can also drag and drop or do that option there. The last thing we're going to add here is another table. This one, we're going to click. First, I want to know the name of the business. I also would like to know the grade it received, the inspection date. So this one here, I want to take out quarter, and I'm going to leave everything else the same. I want to go back and just change it to inspection date. That way it has Friday, September 30, 2016. I actually like seeing this here. It's very specific. And then we're going to add inspection type. The street once again. The phone number. That way you can get in contact with them. Call them up. There you go. And last thing, the violation description. Just to kind of keep you aware of the kinds of stuff that they were in violation of. The number one Chinese restaurant here, they were split for, and all these grades kind of made all of these different times they were inspected. Or looks like here, number one Chinese restaurant. Or well, the different times that they were inspected, but they're also being categorized or put in different violation descriptions. So this one, even though these both are the exact same thing, and it looks like these three are the exact same thing, here they were because of the violation description here. That's what made each one of these rows different. All this looks the same. All this is the same. It isn't until you get to the violation description that you can actually see that it's a little different. This narrows it down for you. Council District 10, Friday, September 30th. This is what they were in violation of. This one up here, it isn't giving you much information up here. If it was something that it was going to highlight, it would provide you with little darker shaded blue areas like this. It's a very small little slit, very small little section here. This here shows this particular number one Chinese restaurant is in Manhattan, Council District 10, and during this inspection date, they received grade A. However, they were in violation of this description here. So for this one, I'm going to rename it. This is going to be my count of Boro, and that is it for now. So we're going to move on with the third one of this one. Again, this one was relatively easy. Wanted to keep this one as easy as again, keep this one kind of easy. If you wanted to, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just keep it something simple, something you can easily look at. It doesn't have to get too complicated. I'm just adding a couple of things here, table labels, and to give you a little reference to what these numbers are. You can add and take away things. You can also lock a certain, this is the lock aspect there. There's many other formats. There's many other things that you can do with all of these. You can change these titles that were automatically on there because of the PowerBI puts them on there. I like the way they are. It helps me tremendously when I look at not only the visual, but also looking at the description here, count of in the neighborhood by Boro. All right. So thank you for listening to the second one, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.